Today I get to share my savory party chips. Now, if you've ever been invited to participate in the prepping of this pastry, you know it takes long, boring, arduous production hours. But I've cut it down to only 15 minutes. So the value of this video not only lies in the amazing recipe, but mainly in the prepping time and how I do it. Let me show you how. I am measuring 4 level cups of all-purpose flour into my mixing bowl, to which I'm going to add some salt to season because this is a savory pastry. I'm also going to add a little bit of vegetable bouillon or all-purpose seasoning. Now, this is an optional ingredient, my mixed herb and spice blend, but I really love that herbaceous essence it brings to the table. And yes, I have dry butter. There is such a thing. Oh yes. And I found it on Amazon.com. Now let me tell you why I'm using dry butter as opposed to regular butter. Regular butter has wet cream in it. So when this is frying, it creates foam, a lot of it actually, on the top of it. So my preferred fat for this pastry is margarine, all right, which has no cream in it. But I want that buttery flavor because who doesn't like that? We all love it. So that's why I use the dry butter. Like I said, it's available on Amazon.com. So I've measured half a cup of margarine and added it, and we still have that buttery flavor from the dry butter. So it's win-win. Now, mix it well so that when you take a fistful and squeeze it into that fist, it should stay formed but crumble easily with a light feathery touch. Now we're going to add some more flavor, and onions are everything in this recipe. So I have half a medium-sized onion which I've chopped and added 2 cloves of garlic to it. Now I've added some water just to move those blades in the blender. We're going to blend so we have a smooth puree. Then we'll add it to our dry flour mixture. Now, we're going to need some more water, so I'm going to rinse the blender with some water and add it. What we want, friends, is for the dough to completely come together, but not form into a sticky mass, friends. We want it to pull off of the sides of the mixing bowl in a clean manner. And don't worry, you won't form gluten here. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. See how clean the bowl is? That's what we want. And it's not sticky at all. Make sure you compact it and then section it into 4 equal parts to make for easier working experience. Now you need extra flour on the side because we want everything to slide off easily, and flour is the way to go. Now flatten each section dough with your hand and then sprinkle a generous amount of flour on both sides of it, and then use your rolling pin to start rolling away. We want a thickness that's workable, friends, so about half a centimeter or a centimeter thick. It's really up to you. All right, friends, but keep in mind, we're going to fry these and they need to be dry when they're fried. All right, so they have a long shelf life. So the thicker, the longer it'll take to fry dry. So keep that in mind. Now, when you have rolled the dough out, you want it to be a long rolled out dough, and then cut it into 2 equal parts. Lay one on top of the other and make sure you are sprinkling flour in between each layer so they don't stick. Then bring them all together. Lay one on top of the other, just like so, and begin cutting. Friends, typically, like I said, if you've participated in prepping this pastry, you'd have a pair of scissors, okay? And you'd be cutting each roll dough one by one for hours. And there will be several people lined up at the table prepping this pastry. Friends, I remember when my mom would call me to help. I would say in my heart, not today, Mom, not today. But you can't run away from a Ghanaian mom. When she calls you, you better show up and show out too and do a good job. So yeah, that was not fun, but see how fun this is? And in no time, all of this dough has been prepped. Done! We are ready to fry. Does it get better than this right here? No. And all you need is a kitchen knife and your rolling pin. We all have that, all right? So friends, let's fry. You need cooking oil. Any cooking oil will do. I'm using cooking olive oil. And we're going to fry these until a light golden brown color is achieved. And it's also dry because we have to think of the shelf life. These are edible party favors. So we will be packaging them. All right, so they need to have a long shelf life. We don't want them to go bad too soon. These can stay for weeks without going bad if you fry them dry enough. All right. So again, the key is how thin you roll them and how thin you cut them. All right. And that is all she wrote, friends. Most people will typically give these as an order to a caterer because it's never made in a small batch. It's always in a large batch. You know, you would serve this to like 200 plus guests at a funeral, at a naming ceremony, at parties, you know, during the holidays. Because most people, including myself, just don't want to deal with all that time it takes just to prep these and get them ready for the fry. I even make my chin chin just like this, friends. I make them just like this. And all I use is my kitchen knife, my chef knife. And that is really all there is to it. Friends, giving it out as an order to a caterer will cost you an arm and a leg. If you can do it like this, and in a large batch, why not go for it, friends? And see how dry it is too? Dry, it will last long. You heard that. Friends, I hope this is inspiring you, take you back to that kitchen to do this yourself and save some money. And also have fun while doing it because it's all about having fun in that kitchen. Friends, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're inspired. Make it a great day and have fun, especially in that kitchen. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, beautiful person, for watching the video all the way to the end. Kindly leave me a comment and subscribe down below. And don't forget to share the video as well. Also, watch more videos. It is chop time. And here in Anaba's kitchen, chop time is always yes, friends. So pull up a chair. We are all friends and family here.